Sleep, renewal, refreshment, revitalization. It's as essential to your well-being as food and water. But your precious sleep is being disrupted, and your doctor wants to know why. The Nomad Sleep Recorder enables you to perform a sleep study in the privacy and comfort of your own home. Preparing for your sleep study. Please follow along as we show you the few simple steps required to set up the Nomad for your sleep study. You'll want to start about 30 minutes before bedtime. We recommend that you wear comfortable, loose-fitting pajamas, as the Nomad will be worn over your clothing. Since you'll be using medical tape to secure some of the sensors, let's tear off 4 pieces about 2 inches long and place them nearby. Make sure to remove your jewelry, and if you are wearing fingernail polish, please remove that as well. Finally, it's a good idea to turn off any mobile phones kept at your bedside. Applying the respiration belts. Okay, let's begin to apply the Nomad sensors. To start, you'll need to identify the 2 white respiration belts in your kit. Place one belt around your chest, just under your armpits. Holding the large Velcro tab at the center of your chest, take a deep breath. After you exhale, bring the small Velcro tab over the larger tab and fasten the ends so that the belt fits snugly but remains comfortable. Next, surround your waist with the second belt, and as you exhale, Velcro it securely over your belly button. Can you see the 2 snaps on this belt? You're going to attach the abdomen sensor to these snaps. Find the sensor that has a yellow connector at one end and is labeled ABD for abdomen. At the other end are 2 snaps. These snaps will attach to the snaps you just found on the belt that's placed around your stomach. Next, find the sensor that has a blue connector and is labeled chest. This sensor will attach to the belt that's around your chest. Applying the Nomad Recorder. Now it's time to put on the Nomad Recorder and pouch. As you hold it up to you, the word Nomad should be facing away from your chest. Wrap the belt around your body, positioning the Nomad at the center of your chest, just below the chest belt. Affix the Velcro tab and make sure it fits snugly against you. Next, plug the yellow connector into its matching colored input on the Nomad Recorder. The connectors are keyed, so they can be inserted in only one direction. You can now plug in the blue chest connector in exactly the same fashion. In addition to being color-coded, the ports are also labeled ABD and chest. Applying the airflow tube and breath sensor. Now we're ready to connect the airflow tube and breath sensor, which will measure the amount of air you take in and out when you breathe. In your kit, you'll find both the airflow tube and a breath sensor, which has a green connector. Simply place the prongs into your nose and loop the 2 wires around each ear. Tighten the wires comfortably under your chin, making certain that you can swallow easily. Please readjust if necessary. Next, use 2 pieces of the medical tape you prepared earlier to secure the airflow tube and breath sensor wire to your cheekbones. Then, plug the green connector from the breath sensor into its matching input on the Nomad Recorder. You'll see that this port is also labeled Therm. The airflow tube will connect to the white lure lock, which is located at the top of the Nomad. Simply push it in and twist to the right to make sure it's tightly connected. We've labeled this port Airflow. Applying the leg movement sensors. The Nomad leg sensors will detect your leg movements during the night and provide valuable information to your doctor. Let's put them on now. There are 2 leg sensors in your carrying case. You can identify them by their purple connectors. Let's start by plugging one of these leg sensors into the port labeled LM1. Next, grab the other end of the sensor and run it down your left leg. Take an ankle band out of the bag and Velcro it to one end of the leg sensor. Then wrap the ankle band around your left heel and secure it to the other side of the sensor. Repeat this process for the other leg sensor by plugging the remaining purple connector into the port labeled LM2. Then run the leg sensor down your right leg and attach the right ankle band in the same fashion. Hang on, we're almost done. Applying the finger probe is the last step of our setup. Ensure that all jewelry and nail polish have been removed before you do this final step. Find the sensor that has a rubber tip in which you can insert your finger. If you are right-handed, you'll put your left index finger into the rubber tip. If you're left-handed, you'll use your right finger. Insert your finger. Providing that you've placed your finger correctly, the cable will run along the back of your hand. Next, make a fist and tape the cable to the back of your hand using the tape you prepared earlier. Apply another strip of tape to your forearm so that the cable is securely in place. Finally, just before you're about to climb into bed, plug the finger probe connector gently but firmly into the connector labeled SPO2 at the top of the Nomad. About 1 minute after this last sensor is plugged in, you'll notice a flashing green light that is visible through the front of the pouch. This means that the Nomad has successfully begun recording. If you see a red or orange light instead, please contact your service provider. Before closing the Velcro flaps, please double-check that all the plugs and snaps are still connected and that your belts are secure. All set? Great! Then just close all the flaps on the pouch and make yourself comfortable in bed. Nihon Koden wishes you a very good night.